And you are here with the Velvet Vibes podcast. We're going down a different road. We decided to put our signal light on and take a left because we're taking a left turn here with Deacon Rap in the building.
Stop. Do you hear that? Do you hear that sound?
What is this sound?
That's the sound of the people getting out of their seat because finally Deacon Rap has come back to the Velvet Vibe podcast. And for those of you that don't know me, if you don't know me, this is the best way I can put it. In all of hip-hop entertainment, I am the most JDM right, hardest, live, cosplay wearing, woo, nerd life rapping, woo, otaku rapping, son of a bitch, and all of hip-hop entertainment. You're going to nerd out, you're going to geek out, freak out, and most importantly, you're going to weeb out, because I am live from Gino Daily stopping by at 1320 Huebner Road. They are #1 on Yelp in the state of Texas in every category that they qualify for. They're number 21 on Yelp in the United States. And they are higher on that list than any other restaurant in Texas. And every other restaurant above them are fancy 5-star restaurants where the man has to be wearing a coat to get in and the soup is $30. Where over here, bro, this is some of the greasiest stuff I've ever eaten. Best food I ever had.
All right, am I seeing gyros as well?
Gyro? What's gyro?
Oh, no, I thought that's what I saw in your hand. What was that? That lovely meal that I just saw.
This is called a smokestack. Should I open it up and show it to you?
Yes, we need to experience this.
So what a smokestack is, a lovely sandwich. Whoa, look at that. Look at that. Turkey and bacon.
Turn it sideways.
Turkey and bacon.
But don't put it up our candy ass. Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. Go ahead and open it up. I want to make sure we experience this. Oh. For those listening to the audio version, he just took a bite of this. You may want to check out the video version of this. Good grief.
Good God.
Well, I got to say, you're getting us inspired right off the bat. Now,
this is what heaven tastes like. For real, this is what heaven tastes like. Like if Jesus were to give you a sandwich, this is what Jesus would give you.
Oh, my. Then this is beyond cosplay. Well, let me take you here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's do this. Let's start from the beginning. First off, I want to know where this Deacon Rap, how did you come up with? Because this is a very interesting name. You got to start from the rooter to the tutor here.
Okay. Before, I was doing nerd rap, right?
Okay.
I was doing gospel rap because I grew up in the church.
Okay.
Now, let me tell you a bit about my church, okay? From 2004 till 2007, me and my dad were the only white people at that church.
Amen.
So when I say I grew up in black church, I mean I grew up in black church, okay? Like, I'm the only white boy that can tell if, as far as my black friends know,
yeah.
I'm the only white boy that knows if a woman's wig is fake or not.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. You can tell this. And what do you know about the church hat at the black church? Have you experienced the church?
The biggest church hat the biggest church hat is like the equivalent of the final boss of a video game.
Hey, you're speaking my language now. Hey, we need some boss music right off the bat. Now, so Deacon Rap, when did this part come in? When did you say that's what I'm going for?
So I was trying to come up with a name when I started my YouTube channel, and I couldn't think of a name. And my dad suggested I call myself Reverend Rap because, gospel rapper. And I'm like, no, I'm not a preacher. I'm not here to tell people how to run their life. And because the deacons, I would help them out anytime they were doing stuff. And they called me Junior Deacon, Little Deacon, whatever, because I was always doing deacon work. So I thought of the name Deacon Rap.
Oh, my gosh.
And then when I transitioned to nerd rap, I decided to keep the name because at this point, I started seeing some like award shows, and you've never been so confused until you heard Lil Wayne win an award for a song that's like, yeah, hit that bitch, shoot them, smoke that. And then when he gets the award, I just want to thank God, my Lord and Savior. And you're like, what? What kind of contradiction is that?
You're a man of wisdom. I see this. I'm going to ask you to remove the headphones so we can go back to speakerphone audio, but we're going to keep it rolling now.
But I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me like that?
No, here's the thing. I have trouble hearing.
Okay.
So, yeah, I kind of need these in to hear you.
As a wise man once said,
I know you're editing it.
Progress is a process.
I know that this editing is going to kick you in the butt, but I'm sorry about that. I didn't know. I would have warned you ahead of time.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I just wanted to make sure we have the highest of the quality. But hey, let's keep it cooking. Now, you told me about this name. I want to know, first off, what got you into cosplay? Well, no, let's start here. What got you into the whole hero thing before we even get to the cosplay part of it? What interested you in this?
So at DEACON 2013, in 2013, you saw all the girl. Yo, this how I eat the booty.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna get to that rump shaker that you're having here. You've probably heard about people that put the blue magic on a lady's rump shaker, the blue magic hair grease.
No, I've never heard of it.
We're gonna get to that in a little bit. We're gonna start a little light first. We need to know, how did you get into the whole the hero portion of it? Because I noticed you're fond of Nightwing. I've noticed you're fond of Power Rangers, and I'm sure it doesn't end there.
No, like this is from Doctor Who. This whole suit is a custom-made suit from Doctor Who. This is the sonic screwdriver from Doctor Who. The voice, the dialect, they're all from Doctor Who.
I dig this. So you go the whole extra mile when you do this.
See, the reason why I had a suit made is like, were you at the Artist Legit networking event like a few months ago? Were you the one that was speaking?
Oh yeah, you were there?
Remember the guy in the Batman suit?
Oh yeah. Yep.
That was me.
Oh, snap. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. At these types of events, it's more of a suit and tie event, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not a suit and tie guy. I don't like having to be professional. You know, I don't like having to be oh, yes, sir, yes, sir. I like to be like the Ninja Turtle. Sup, dude?
Yeah.
So I had these made so I can still stick out and be me in a professional setting. Because here's the thing. Whenever I go to different events, right? Keep in mind, there are some people in San Antonio where they've never seen me in regular clothes.
Oh, wow.
They've only seen me in costume. And I like it, and I think it should stay that way.
That's dope. That's dope. And you know what? I think I've seen pictures of you. Because there is a San Antonio Batman that has been spotted on numerous occasions. And I got a feeling you might be this guy.
No, that's not. No. That's not me.
Have you seen this guy or heard of him?
Here's the thing. That guy? Okay, so there's one guy. There's multiple San Antonio Batman to do charity events. And one of them, he's a for-profit, as in he kind of charges the charities.
Ah.
So, which is, he in the cosplay community, he's kind of like shame on him, shame. Yeah. So I don't know who you're talking about, but hopefully it's not that guy.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're not that guy doing that, and you actually are standing for the cause. So you told us how
Oh yeah.
how you've been sparked interest in this stuff altogether. But I want to know, when did you say, not only do I like heroes, I want to put the garments on. I want to just be the character and not just see them on TV.
Oh, now I understand. Stop saying heroes. It actually started with anime. Anime
Ah,
is the word to use, not heroes. Anime.
so that's
So
where it
when I was
began.
5 years old, I came home from kindergarten and I wanted to. I can remember clear as day because this was such an important event in my life. I came home. I wanted to watch cartoons. I didn't care what was on. It was the first day of school. I hated it. I wanted to watch cartoons. I still remember clear as day. Putting it on Cartoon Network. And now the tsunami premiere of Dragon Ball Z. Bam, 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 bam. Ah! I was addicted. There it is. There it was. Right there. That was one of the few moments in my life that just totally defined who I am. The next
Wow.
moment was when I was 10 years old and I first saw 8 Mile. And after the movie, I got this idea in my head that this is what God put me on earth to do. God put me on earth to be a rapper and, change things. Like to, just,
Merch.
yeah, merge. And I didn't get the idea to become an otaku rapper until I did that parody at MuseumCon where I did a parody of "Today Was a Good Day" by Ice Cube,
Yeah.
and it got so much. And one video got more attention than any of my gospel did the entire what was it, 9 years I was doing it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I guess I'm giving up gospel and I'm gonna do nerd rap now. And I decided to keep the name because again, I don't want to accept an award and have people be like, I didn't know he was a Christian.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. So tell me this. When you are doing cosplay, do you prefer, because as you
Mm-hmm.
know, as you explained, it's not just heroes, it's not just anime. Do you prefer, which category do you feel like you enjoy more? The anime characters, just random heroes or villains, or is it video game characters? Because I'm sure you tap into that arena as well.
My Krillin cosplay.
Explain a
My
little
Krillin
further.
cosplay is just basically my Krillin from Dragon Ball. It's just two shirts and baggy pants, wristbands, and like a really long cloth that I tie around. That is literally it. Whereas like the Power Ranger one, right?
Hmm.
First, I gotta put on a dance belt to
Hmm.
hide my package. Then I gotta put on some compression shorts. Then I gotta put on a one-piece Zentai suit, and somebody's gotta zip me up in the back. Then I gotta put on a chest piece, someone's gotta zip me up in the back. I gotta put the gloves on. Then I gotta put the wristbands on. Then before I put the wristbands and the gloves on, I gotta put the shoulder bands on. And I haven't even talked about the belts and the boots and how those come on. And then same with Nightwing. It's a two-person job to get it on. Where this Krillin, it's like, it's so comfortable. Like I said, it's just two t-shirts and baggy pants.
Do you have random people help you, or do you have a particular person that helps you with the suits that take more than one person?
Oh, I have a crew.
Oh, wow. Indeed.
Just like One Piece, I got my own crew.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is starting to sound just like the life of a rapper here. Now, and you don't have to release this information, but I do have to ask, where are you getting? I'm sure you make some things like you explain with the Krillin and stuff, but where are you
No,
getting this?
I
Because
don't. I
you
don't.
know,
I don't make anything.
oh wow. So who is this part? Is the crew?
Like Nightwing. Nightwing, I got from eBay.
Mm.
Tommy, I got from Cost Manless. Krillin, I had a lady from the church make it for me. Ash Ketchum, a lady from the church made it for me.
Oh wow.
Breaking Bad, I already had in my closet. I just had to shave my head and grow a goatee. So it all varies.
Oh, indeed, indeed. No, it's interesting because the reason I ask is I noticed the costumes. There are costumes that some people do that are cheesy, cheap versions. And when I saw this Nightwing, it looked pretty much theatrical. So I was like, not only did you pull off Nightwing, but it looked like you were Nightwing and not just, hey, I'm just going to put a black shirt and just draw cheesy abs on it. So,
Yeah. The
yeah.
thing is, I'm really good at Photoshop, so
Aha.
that picture was originally taken in my living room.
And you
It was
put
actually,
that background?
yeah, Yeah, dude, it's super simple. Once you learn Photoshop, it becomes super simple.
I'm assuming you have a green screen.
I didn't use the green screen.
Oh, shit.
I used a magnetic lasso tool, and then I zoomed in all the way, and pixel by pixel, I used the magic eraser tool to erase certain things around me. And then I went on blending options, and
Indeed.
I kind of put a very thin, artsy black outline around me so I can blend in more. Then I got the background, I got some smoke, and instead of having a normal overlay for the smoke screen, smoke, I put it on vivid light and pen light. And then once I put it on Instagram, I use some of those, not the filters, but the edit button, so I can make it more blue.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So someone is doing
that's
Photoshop karate out here. Indeed, indeed. And he will be back with us.
Yeah. When it
Go ahead and bite that sandwich. Boom. There he is, biting that sandwich. Unstable connection with Zoom. We know how Zoom kicks it, but the man's got a sandwich and the man is surviving. Now, I have
man,
to.
all the ladies watching it, when they watch it on YouTube, they'll be like, damn, why can't my man do that to me?
I'm sure when this drops, there's going to be a lot of ladies that hit you up and tell them they would like to be a sandwich in your presence. And how would you respond to them?
I'm sorry, but you're not a Gino Deli sandwich.
If only they
Plus,
were.
it's like, I can't say this has happened before. I may be exaggerating. You never know. But just one time, some girl came up on stage and, in the middle of everything, and kind of hit on me and everything. And my girlfriend was in the crowd, right? Now it's like, excuse me, what can Deacon Rap do for you? You interrupted the show. Oh, I get it. You heard that Deacon Rap is known for eating a slice of that poontang pie. You need to, is your poontang pie that what you need Deacon Rap's help with? Oh, well, just let you know. Deacon Rap girlfriend is in the crowd, and she doesn't like when you go through this, but she understands. But if you do it again, she's going to come up to people's rap. She's going to take your Jordan spelled with an eye that you're wearing. She's going to take that jewelry you got from Spirit Halloween, take that broken iPhone, turn those self-licious sideways, and stick them straight up your candy ass.
Have mercy is what they're going to say when you're done doing that.
Yeah, that didn't actually happen. I wish it would have happened like that, but that's such a good skit to do.
Hey, yeah, it looks like you're going to end up bleeding out into another business as well. A little acting as well, if you're not already doing this. Have you thought about doing that? Some acting?
Doing what business? Acting?
Yeah.
Yeah, like in my promo videos, I do all my voiceover. Like in my promo video for the album where I'm Tommy from Power Rangers, and you hear, "It's over, Tommy. The Rangers have lost." That's actually my voice.
Yeah.
With an effect to make me sound like Frieza.
A man of class. Well, I guess that is an easy way for us to know that when you get on the microphone, it's definitely morphing time. It's not only when you get in your uniforms.
Oh, yeah.
So we have to talk about this. I saw that you're going to be at Loudfest. Come on. What's going to happen? What's going to happen at Loudfest? And how did this come about?
Here's what's going to happen at Loudfest.
Okay.
There's going to be a black TV screen, right?
Yeah.
You're going to hear an animation, like just an animation. Then you're going to see videos of Deacon Rap go into this little animation ball. And they're going to be framed. Like the video I made in this suit is going to have a blue frame. The video of my Tommy going to have a yellow frame. Ding, 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 ding. It's going to be quiet. You're going to see a lightning bolt. You're going to hear, Morphy time. pterodactyl, and you're gonna see the clip from the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie, that morph sequence, and like pterodactyl, tiger. When you hear white tiger, that's why I come out, and I'm gonna be like on top of a speaker, white tiger, yeah. And as I do a front flip, you're gonna see them flipping on the screen. And you're gonna hear, go, Power Rangers! Go, Power Rangers! And then I'm gonna land like Iron Man after the front flip.
Yeah,
take my helmet off, put my sword down, and my sword goes down and go, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers!
Just
and
like
that's
that.
just the first minute and a half.
And so after this happens, you will be rapping? Or what exactly are you going to be doing at Loudfest? Because I'm highly interested here.
I'm going to be rapping. And yes, I'm going to be wearing my white Power Ranger cosplay.
Oh my gosh. How are you perceived musically and period? Like, when do you know how you're perceived, or do you like, hey, I don't give a shit, I'm having a good time?
People say. It's the thing. This is one thing I learned. It doesn't matter what people think. Like John Cena said, whether you love me or you hate me. Like, there's some times where John Cena be like, all right, this side I want you to chant Cena suck. This side I want you to chant let's go Cena. Yeah. You know, that's the thing. I don't really care how I'm perceived, because at the end of the day, I care more about the people that I make happy.
Facts.
Like with my music, I don't want people to feel angry. I want people to, like, you know, feel a moment away from their problems, you know?
Yeah.
Like, for example, there was one time where I was performing at an open mic night, and some dude came up to me and was like, dude, I've been super depressed. I can't remember what he was depressed over, but he just said life. I think he said life or whatever. Let's just say life. And he told me that seeing me perform was the first time he really laughed and smiled in a while.
Oh, wow.
And this was when I was doing open mic night. So it was at that point that I thought, this is what I need to be doing. I need to do more of this.
I gotta say, whether people are a fan or not a fan, they're definitely gonna have a blast. It's like inevitable when you're seeing this type of thing. Because when I heard some of the tunes and I've checked out some of the videos, and I noticed that I felt a variety of feelings. Half of the time my eyes were big. Second, after that happens, after the shock wears off, I'm like, this is great. And then I'm thinking, what made him and what you've told us, what got you into this? Because this isn't, although there's a big community for this arena, it's not something that you hear every day that everyone's doing it. So it's a very niche thing to get into.
Oh yeah. Now I don't mean to I just gotta do this for a bit, because I'm live at Gino Deli. I got to advertise for them, just letting you know. They do sell beer and wine, but they're like, hey, let's turn up. It's just a regular corner store with a sandwich shop. And at 9 o'clock on Saturdays, the sandwich shop closes, but it still becomes a corner store. And lastly, you know, I've been coming here for years, and the Philly cheesesteak, best Philly cheesesteak in San Antonio.
I'm convinced.
The next album's going to be dropped on November 4th.
So there are albums. Talk about it.
Right? This album was released November 4th, 2017.
Okay.
And it was released at Otaku Fair and Gaming Expo, which is also known as MizumiCon. And in the spirit of tradition, I'm releasing my next album on November 4th as well.
The facts. So it looks like we have a little routine here. Is that how you're going to keep cooking? Every November the 4th, give them that annual smack. Testing 1, 2, 3. I think I might want to have to take a shot of vodka. Tell you what, that's what we're gonna do. Every time he lags or drops out, I have to take a shot on his behalf, and I'm gonna do that now. As you see, the 500 vodka. you may want to be a
Well,
part of
does
it.
this happen all the time?
Actually, it's the first time it's ever happened.
Oh,
So I
must
don't
be
know.
me then.
Yeah, I've never seen this happen, and that's why I'm just keeping it cooking. But
I gotcha.
I will say I'm taking shots on your behalf. So
Okay.
every time you drop, I have to take a shot. So I'm already at 2, and
Okay.
this is alarming, and I don't need any more shots. Tell us about the Deacon Rap album, November
Okay.
4th.
So have you heard the song "Remember the Time"?
I don't remember the name of the song that I heard because I just was listening to tunes. But tell us about Do You Remember the Time?
So the song is about life in the '90s
Mm.
and early 2000s. Like, remember the time when we had to block.
It is only a dream. Well, we know what's happening now.
Okay.
Something that we don't want to happen. Taking a shot. Whoa. If you smell what the rock is cooking, if you smell what I am cooking, sipping on that 500 vodka, another shot is taking
Maybe
place.
that'll work. But anyway, in the song "Remember the Time," I say things like, "Remember the time when we had the blockbuster nights, orange VHS tapes had us feeling all right. Remember the time we were 10 years old, not a care in the world. Remember the time."
Amen.
Yeah.
Now, are you going in the studio with these bangers?
I'm not done.
Oh.
So, and "Remember the Time" in the third verse, I talk about this friend I had. And that friend, he's real. That was a real person. And his birthday is on November 4th.
Ah, I see
So
what you're
that's why I
doing.
chose November 4th the first time. And I'm doing it in the spirit of tradition and because there's a song just literally about that guy. So, yeah.
You know what? I smell what you're cooking. I like this tactic that you have here. So this is your second album? The
Yeah.
one that you're about to drop?
Yeah.
Okay. And after this, are you jumping right back in the studio for album 3 to be on the way? Or are you going to tone it down for a little bit?
So here's what's going on. Between now and the release of, here's my problem. Let's say I make a song, right?
Okay.
It's going to take me 3 to 6 months to be happy with it.
Oh, you're a
I'm
perfectionist.
going to have to go in and redo everything a couple times. Like the Power Ranger theme that I did. You heard the fourth version. The fourth version is what I have posted, and from what I've heard from feedback I got to redo it entirely just because nobody can understand what I'm saying.
Indeed. So and I actually got to give you credit for being good at accepting feedback, because some people that ticks them off or makes them get emotional and etc.
Here's the thing. Your opinion doesn't matter unless it's going to help me make money or if it's going to help me improve.
Facts.
So this is opinion that's helping me improve because my friends, somebody told me that I sound mumbly and I thought they were crazy. So I submitted it to a music review. And dude, my favorite comment on that review was, "Damn, he sucked that microphone real good." Or someone's like, "So is this what they call muffle rap?"
So right then you was like, okay, this is a real opinion.
Yeah, because these were DJs from all over the country. That's why.
Okay, that's actually dope. How did that happen? Is this like on YouTube or is it just
No. So there's this group called Making It Mag here on Instagram, and the guy who runs it, Kelby, he told artists, like, because he gets free advice on his Instagram live streams and nobody ever takes it, but I do. He was like, DJs ain't getting work right now. We're in the middle of a pandemic. DJs ain't getting work, so send them a DM saying that you'll cash out them $5, $10, whatever, just to hear your song and give your most honest opinion on it. So I started with the DJ that he was going live with, DJ Retsy Cup.
Yeah.
And then she told me about her thing called $2 Tuesday, where her and a group of DJs around the country review songs together.
That's actually dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
And the fact that you don't fear it is even more dope. Now, we have
Oh
to
yeah.
we have to now this may piss people off because people get real emotional about this. Now, we spoke a little bit about video games and we know you live that life as well. PlayStation
I
or
don't.
Xbox? You don't live that lifestyle
Oh, I don't game, dude. I
at
don't
all?
game. I haven't the last. I haven't gamed since 2011.
What caused this?
At
You
some
too busy?
point, at some point in your music career, you gotta make sacrifices and time for stuff.
Facts.
So it's like summer of 2011. I was in the top 100 of the leaderboard on Forza Motorsport 3, and then school started back up, and I didn't really have time to game. And then, the conventions were coming along, and that's when I started doing the convention stuff. So after that, I was like, I can't really game anymore.
Does this hurt your soul? Because it sounds like it does hurt your soul.
No, not at all, no.
You good? Because I'm actually
I'm
going.
good.
I got the same thing going on. Like I love to game. There's actually to my right an Xbox One looking at me with tears in its eyes, but I can't acknowledge it because you gotta move on from time to time.
Like, if I were to get a console, I would get a PlayStation 5 just because of the Setsuko Kaiba meme.
So you want to live that PlayStation life?
No, it's just because of the Setsuko Kaiba. Let me give you an example. Look at what's in my extra deck. The Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Okay? The Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. The Blue Eyes Silver Dragon.
Yeah.
And, here you go. Blue Eyes Twin Birth Dragon. And one of my favorites, Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon.
So I see.
And also, I cosplay Kaiba, so it's literally because of a meme that I would get a PS5.
So your collection is on fleek, as they would say.
Oh, that's not my collection. That's just my deck.
Oh, I'm sure.
Dude, my collection.
Yeah, tell me.
My collection weighs 40 pounds.
Do you have, and I'm sure you do, just what you telling me that. I'm sure you have cards that are worth money, probably good money.
Yes and no.
Tell me how it's both.
I have a couple $50 to $100 cards, but it's like this. I already know what kind of decks I like, and I already know at this point in Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm only getting new cards as the Blue Eyes deck evolves. I'm not getting like, I don't need Shaddolls, I don't need freaking Lollies or whatever it's freaking called. So that's the thing. As the Blue Eyes progresses, I just, go online, buy the individual cards. I don't buy packs. I don't, nothing like that.
Indeed.
Because at the end of the day, would you rather buy the card you need for about $50? Or would you buy $50 in booster packs and not get the one card you want?
Yeah, I see what you're doing. You don't want to waste your time or money. Let's just get through the shit.
Yeah.
No, this makes perfect sense to me. Now, I need to know, how did your relationship with your sponsor, before we close this out, how did your relationship with your sponsor begin? With Gino.
So there was this group called Drop the Spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this convention called Countdown City Comic Con. And anytime they met up here, right? So this was like the official hangout for anybody associated with Countdown City Comic Con. And I met with the store. And I asked them about sponsorship and everything. And they're like, oh, yeah, fine. We'll give you some free food when you do your interviews here. And, it's been that way since, 2017?
Oh, wow. Y'all have been doing this for a minute.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's like whenever I have my live streams and I'm like giving away something, they're always happy to volunteer. And, they're just literally nice here. Like, there's not there's no mean people working here. There's nothing like that. They're super nice. And like I said, the food is incredible. I would not be associating with this place if the food sucks.
I will tell you that you got me inspired, and I will be stepping foot in the building. And this is not just podcast talk. I will be stepping foot in that building soon. Maybe even tomorrow.
Okay. And are you in San Antonio?
Yes, I am.
Okay, yeah, tomorrow, what you call it? Try Thursday through Saturday
Okay.
and ask for a guy named Jim and tell him that Deacon Rap sent you.
Indeed. Jim, Deacon
Yeah.
Rap, and we have this on audio and we have this on video. So if I forget, I will refer back
Yeah.
to this video and I will take my ass in there and get me a sandwich, especially since you said they have Philly cheese sandwiches, which is something we're all fond of. So you just changed many people's lives with this interview. You just changed my life with this life of my stomach with this interview, with the information that I have. We're ready for Loudfest. Actually, I'm may be at Loudfest, so we may see each other once again, and I may have a microphone in my hand. So don't be afraid and be ready. Now I have to ask you this.
So, quick question.
Go for it.
Before you ask me a question, Deacon Rap had a question for you. Does the interview really have to end after this?
What's the interview? What was that again?
I said, my question is, does the interview really have to end after this next question?
Oh, if you want to keep cooking, we can keep on cooking.
I can keep cooking, bro. Look, I'm Deacon Rap. It's not like your other guest, okay? Deacon Rap can go all night. Deacon Rap can go all week. Deacon Rap can go all year. I'm the doctor. I'm the Time Lord. I control it all. Time is not something that I have trouble with, okay? Let me tell you something about time, okay? We as humans, you think time is subjective, linear, that it's a strict cause of cause-to effect, when actually from a non-subjective, non-linear aspect, more like a big ball of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff.
Let me tell you this, because it looks like we both suffer from this interesting thing, which is not really suffering. It's suffering in a positive manner of having an amazing fucking personality. How many compliments do you get on this? It sounds like this is life for you. You've become wrestlers. You've become Breaking Bad. It's like you embody this shit. It's coming from the personality. What are people telling you about it?
Oh yeah, because it's like for example, John Cena, right?
Mhm.
When he first debuted, he was supposed to be the next Stone Cold. He was supposed to be the next Hulk Hogan, and yet he was bland. He was vanilla. He didn't have a catchphrase. There was nothing cool about him. Like, yeah, he made Kurt Angle sweat, and he made Kurt Angle be like, "Yo, John Cena. No one's ever made me feel as tired as John Cena, right?" But he was bland. They were gonna release him, and then like right before his last show, he was just freestyling on the tour bus, and they said, "I think we got something." So that Halloween show, they dressed him up like Vanilla Ice and had him freestyle in WWE, and that became his character. And that's the same with hip hop.
Yeah.
My problem is you have all these characters that just act the same.
Yeah.
You have like 10 Lil Peeps. You got like what's the guy? The guy that was a snitch. I can't remember. Oh, Tekashi 69.
Indeed.
Being a snitch and being the rainbow-haired that's my cousin 69 is like, dude, you had statutory rape with a minor. You should be going to jail. Let's be honest, you should.
Yeah.
And the fact that you snitched on so many people to get out of going to jail for statutory rape, I'm just like, bro, what? No, you belong in jail. You had sex with a minor.
Indeed. So something tells me he's not on your playlist.
He's what?
He's not on your playlist. I'm taking it.
No, not really, no. But it's like there are a lot of people on my playlist that I only like them. Right now, I'm mainly listening to John Bardee and Chris Stapleton, Midland, and I really love Rockstar by the Baby.
Oh yes, there's some people that's gonna be proud of that. Rockstar Roddy Ricch is the man. So no, you so who's in your top 5?
My top 5 has got to be Eminem for sure. Tupac. George Strait. Let's see, who else? I have a lot of Michael Jackson songs, and I guess the Beatles. I don't really have a top 5. It's just I just know my top 2, right? Eminem and Tupac, and then 3 could be just anybody. But I'm gonna say George Strait just to be sure.
So I gotta say, first off, I'm glad we're still here now because this is the most interesting top 5 I've ever heard in all of my life. You don't listen? Do you listen to Lil Dicky at all?
I haven't heard any of his music now.
Lil Dicky.
Like, you know who Midland and John Pardee are?
The Chris Stapleton I heard of. Midland, those other two I'm not familiar with.
They are the single greatest. They are the 3 greatest things to happen to modern country music, and I don't understand why they're not the modern holy trinity of country music, the way that George Strait, Alan Jackson, and Garth Brooks were during the late 80s, early 90s. Like,
exactly.
They were part of the country music resurgence, and yeah.
So, have you done any country music, or is it more geared towards rap?
Before I did my first tour, I was trying to transition into country, and then out of nowhere, I got all these anime conventions that replied with yes, and so I had to go on tour for 3 months.
Anime pretty much kidnapped you, I see, and for the positive, because it kidnapped you from video gaming, it kidnapped you from certain genres of music, and it looks like this is something you don't mind being kidnapped by.
No, it did not. It did not. It did not. Let me tell you about my playlist. I have thousands of songs in 6 different languages.
Oh wow! Do you speak 6 different languages?
I can speak a little bit of some of them, but not enough to carry a whole conversation. Like, for example, I'm not sure if my Chinese music counts, but all of it is just Jackie Chan songs.
I didn't even know this existed.
Someone who's listening.
I'm gonna bring you back in. We got you frozen. We're bringing you back. I'm taking that shot like I'm supposed to be doing. Keep this shit cooking. We ain't scared. You hurt my feelings that time. You made me take another shot. This is going to be interesting by the end.
So going back to what I was saying, Jackie Chan, for those of you that don't know, in China, he released 3 albums and they all went platinum.
What?
Yeah. Before Rush Hour, if you heard somebody singing and it sounded like Jackie Chan, it probably was Jackie Chan.
Oh, shit.
He put his own songs in his own movies.
That's crazy. I never knew that. And I'm a Jackie Chan fan. I watch all that shit.
My favorite is the song from Who Am I? The one that's like, what chala yole? What chala yolo? I will what chala yole? Sorry.
Oh, hold on. I was just getting jiggy.
That one he did it with an African band.
Oh, wow. This is crazy. Like, yeah, I'm actually going to look this up.
Yeah, Jackie Chan, Who Am I? The song.
Once again, you have changed our life since we've been here. From the sounds of it, it sounds like you appreciate martial arts movies as well.
No.
I
just grew up with Jackie Chan movies. I didn't really grow up with martial arts at all. And then my Japanese music is all stuff from anime openings. And then my French music is just Blondie and this French rapper named Booba that I had to do for a school project back in high school in French class. And then a lot of my Spanish music, dude, I'm from San Antonio. Like, Tejano is,
talk about
all my Spanish music is mainly Tejano. But there are some artists where, okay, I have this guilty pleasure.
Okay.
I love songs about cocaine. I don't know why. It's just a guilty pleasure of mine.
I like movies about cocaine.
Miley Cyrus, We Can't Stop, right?
Yeah.
Just for the whole, everybody in line for the bathroom. Trying to get a line in the bathroom. Just for that line right there. Those 2 bars, that's why I downloaded the song.
Well, you just said that there was a line about lines in the line. So that's inspirational enough. Hopefully people don't get inspired to destroy their nasal cavities. But I see what you're saying. Because, hey.
No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You don't want to do cocaine. It's not addictive, but it's like coffee. Eventually, your body may need it to function.
You've been down this road in your life.
No.
No.
In health class, I had to do a school project on, we had to pick a drug, and I chose cocaine. So I did a school project on it. That's why I knew so much about it. Like, for example, like Chris Farley, right? You know who he is?
Yeah, I'm very familiar.
He wasn't an addict. That's just how he was able to how he was able to do the routine.
Indeed. Indeed.
And eventually he needed the cocaine to keep the routine going.
And so that explains a lot of his acting. He was inspired elsewhere.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a fan of 3-6 Mafia, and they said they were inspired from cocaine. So I guess it does inspire people in different forms. Luckily, my inspiration is here in my hand, and your inspiration is a sandwich, so everyone's happy.
No. My inspiration is right here in my deck. My inspiration was the blue eyes white dragon.
Oh my
like, bro, this is what I carry my CDs in. Anytime I'm like going somewhere and I have to carry my gear, this is what I carry my gear in. Because again, I like to stick out.
Yeah, and let me tell you,
this is an original from 2002. Oh, yeah.
You're doing a good job at that shit. I got to tell you, you are embodying this. Is there a character that you have not taken down that you want to take down?
What do you mean take down?
As like you want to conquer. You've conquered Batman. You've conquered Nightwing. As far as being this character, I've seen you as the White Power Ranger, and I'm sure it doesn't end on just the things I've seen. But what is a character that you have not even gone?
I want to be Iron Man.
Uh-huh.
I want to be Iron Man. The problem is the suit I want costs $3,000. So it's an aluminum suit, and hit the hand, right? You do this, wow. Do it again, wow. You do this, bam, bam, bam. You put your hand like this, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Then you do your pinky, it shut down. The pinky again,
Man. See,
it's made out of aluminum, and it has lots of like.
I'm this close.
There's a guy here in San Antonio who has a war machine that's like that.
I'm this close to becoming a cosplay character myself just by hearing this stuff.
Who would you want to cosplay? Who would you want to cosplay? Who, when you were a kid, you wanted to be just like? Who would it be?
I'm sure it's going to be a video game. Let's see. What character would I? Now I'm seeing. You know what? I think I would. No, you know what? I'll tell you. Fuck it. It's not a video game. Venom. Venom is bad as shit. If not Venom, Magneto. Magneto is my shit as well. Hands down.
Okay, what's your cosplay budget? What's your cosplay budget? How much are you willing to spend?
To be Magneto, I would hope less than this, but I would, just to be realistic, I would say 500. I haven't gone.
You can get a good Magneto for about 3.
For about 300?
And you can get a for about 300. Yeah, and you can get a Venom for just a regular spandex suit. You can get one for around 40. But with the Venom spandex, you also got to get like a dance belt. You got to get compression shorts to hide, your package. So around $60, $70 for just But if you want one of the more high grade ones to have like all the decorations and outfit stuff on it, you're looking more like maybe 200. And again, the dance belt and the compression shorts. And if you want one of the super hardcore ones where like, you look 3 times bigger than what you look, you're looking at around maybe 900. And you're going to have someone hold your hand when you walk anywhere.
So my actual, I got to say this, because the reason I go by Velvet is because I go by the Velvet Juggernaut. And I've always been fascinated with the Juggernaut. How would the Juggernaut look price-wise?
So why the Juggernaut? Price-wise, the Juggernaut?
It's something.
You just got to get some pants and a muscle shirt. You really just got to, and the wristbands, you really just got to pay for that giant tube. That's all you really got to pay for. And you're probably maybe looking in the $200 range for that.
I figured it wouldn't be that bad.
Just for the headgear.
But you know what? I like the Juggernaut because, for one, he's a villain that kind of gets he doesn't get acknowledged, and I guess rightfully so, because he doesn't really have any cool powers besides he just knocks walls down and runs through things. But I think that's kind of what I like about him.
Oh,
I've
no, no, no,
always
no.
kind of liked the other guy, whether it's video games or whatever. I don't like the main popular people.
No, you don't understand. The Juggernaut is an unstoppable force and an immovable object. He can control the strength the way the Hulk can. The only difference is he can control it at will.
Yes.
And plus, the Juggernaut is literally strong enough to punch a whole building down just with one punch.
Now you're making me like him even more, Mr. Kane Marco. And from what I understand, I think he's the brother or stepbrother of Magneto, right?
He's the stepbrother of Charles Xavier, and he's not really a mutant.
Facts. That's it. Yeah.
See,
Indeed.
during the Korean War, him and Charles were serving, and he came across this cave in this red ruby, and Charles told him not to touch it. He grabbed it, then he read the oath, or the chant, or the magic spell that was on the wall, and because he read the magic spell, now he's the host of this ruby, and he had the powers of it.
See, how can I gotta ask you, why do you not like the Juggernaut with this story? He doesn't have enough power
Because the
for you.
Juggernaut's not really. Yeah, remember, I can't relate to him. Like, here's the thing: Iron Man is my favorite of the Marvel Avengers just because I relate to him. You know.
Who's your favorite villain?
At least in the beginning, where my favorite villain,
Yeah.
Frieza.
Oh yes,
Like Frieza literally just like kill the children, Zarbon. What? Kill the children? No. Ha! I killed them. You thought Zarbon was going to do it. I killed the children. Yeah, And then like Mark Hamill's Joker. Mark Hamill's Joker. It's got to be like, it's between those two are my favorite villains.
I'm going to have a real extreme nerd night due to this conversation that we had. And I don't know where I'm going to start, but I feel like there's going to be some anime involved, or there may be some sort of Marvel movies involved, because I can't just have this type of conversation and just go to bed. I'm too inspired right now.
Okay.
So if you're going to refer an anime to someone that doesn't really watch anime like that, what would you refer as a starter? I've kind of seen Attack on Titan. I know that's a popular one. What would be one that you would refer to?
Okay, here's my thing. I would refer to U5. I would refer to Death Note because it's short and it's pretty good. I would refer One Punch Man because it's one of the hottest things out, and you want to be updated with a newer anime. And again, it's short, so if you don't really like it, you know. Number 3 would be My Hero Academia because that's even bigger than One Punch Man, and it's a little bit longer. But again, it's hotter than One Punch Man. Trust me, you've seen it in your local Walmart. Yu Yu Hakusho because that's my favorite anime, and I think somebody needs to hear Christopher Sabat do his voice acting back when he actually tried. And then lastly, if you're an avid watcher, I don't know how to say this without sounding subliminal, but if you would want to get into a thing called hentai, do you know what hentai is?
Very familiar. Naughty, the naughty version.
Yeah, it's basically anime porn.
Yes.
Because I've heard of Bible Black, and I don't watch hentai, but I've heard of Bible Black, and if I've heard of it, then it's probably good. So I would recommend Bible Black. But if you're not into that, I would also recommend what's it called, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
I
recommend watching Yu-Gi-Oh! GX before watching regular Yu-Gi-Oh! Because GX actually teaches you how to play the game. Whereas Yu-Gi-Oh! In the original Yu-Gi-Oh!, the first season was made before a physical card game was actually put together.
Facts. That's something I think I was aware of, and I think I am going to take you up for starters on One Punch Man because this is not the first time I've heard of this one, so it must be good. So yeah. I might watch an episode tonight and tell you my thoughts on it.
All right. So One Punch Man is about a guy who's so strong that he beats his opponent in one punch. And the reason why he's bald is because he trained so much that his hair fell out.
Oh my gosh. This is down
and
my
it's
alley.
Like it's basically this journey where I'm bored with life. There's no point anymore. I'm so strong that I don't really Oh, a giant monster. All right, I'm only gonna give it 10%. And then the whole top half of the body just comes off, and it's just like legs and a spine and blood squirting out. It's like, I punched him too hard.
But does that take away from the show? And you don't have to give the show away.
No.
But the reason why I say that is because a lot of times on anime, what you're looking for is a good fight, and you're kind of like, oh yeah, he's gonna punch him and it's gonna be over. Like you kind of see where it's going.
And then there's his character named Genos. He's a cyborg who wants to be as strong as Saitama. And Genos, he's the hot guy in the show, right?
Yeah.
But every episode, he gets his ass beat like Yamcha.
I'm gonna watch it. I am sold.
Yeah.
I am sold. So,
like my favorite moment. There's this one guy that jumps, like Saitama's like this, looking for him, and the guy jumps, and Saitama turns around, and his nuts land on Saitama's fist, and this dude's coming super fast.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Now, before we depart this time, and this time we are departing, I do need to know, and I need to give you the opportunity. Do you have anything that you need the people to know? Is there anything coming up? Is there any websites, any shout outs? Say anything that needs to be said.
It doesn't matter what people's opinions are. Some of you are listening, and I know there's some people who have confidence issues. Remember, if you care too much about what other people think, you're never going to be happy. Like with me, I used to care a lot about what people thought. And now, like I told you earlier in the podcast, your opinion only matters to me if it helped me financially or helped me make my music better. And, that's how I've gotten to this point, is not caring what people think and just being me. Now, keep in mind, when people do give you feedback, take it. And, even if it's negative, they might be right. Because you may have two homeboys, especially if you're an artist, you may have two homeboys that tell you that you're hot all the time. But in the real world, you may not be.
The gospel has been spoken. Who needs to shout out?
Oh, that's not the gospel. If you want to hear the gospel, the gospel is like this. God doesn't care if you're perfect. He already knows you're not going to be perfect. And you shouldn't try to be perfect. Just be the best that you can be. Because like the Bible says, no, none are good, no, not one. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone.
Exactly.
And we are all with sin. So like I said, stop trying to be perfect and just be the best you can be.
Somebody just put a stone down right then when you said that. They dropped a stone in the dirt.
And if you could follow me on social media at DEACON Rap and send me a tip on Cash App, that would be great.
The boss has spoken. With that being said, like we always say here at Velvet Vibes Podcast, smile, but don't let the world see. They might try to play or hate on you. We're out this bitch. Whoa, baby.
Get the fuck out of the bitch! Toasty!